Alright guys, what we got here is a nice fun job. See that right there? It's the upper ball joint on this truck. I can hold this light. It's dark out, it's not about 9 o'clock at night. I'm out here because I had a bunch of crap to do today, so I don't have time to do this, but crap. Let me get this light. Try to hold the camera and do all this, but anyway, there's a lot of play in that. So bad that if you can see my tire there, it's all wore out on the inside, and that's from that upper ball joint right there being bad. I've managed to get the tire run off. Got me a little pickle fork and a big ass hammer. I've got that nut loose right there. Now I've got to undo that one on the bottom there. You can see it here, right there. So I got to get that one off. I don't have a big enough socket, so I'm going to use a pipe wrench. And got to undo the shock right here, down here actually, and undo the sway bar. And then everything will drop, and then I can pound out my ball joints and replace them. So I'm going to get that, pull all this crap apart and do it. Well, I found out a quick and fairly easy way to get out a stubborn shock bolt. See right there's my shock absorber, and it's got that bolt going through the lower A-arm, and I tried beating on it. It ain't budging because it's got that rubber grommet that it goes through, and once that metal starts to rust inside that rubber grommet, it acts like sandpaper, like a grip, and it just grabs that son of a bitch. So what I did, I tried putting a socket over that bolt right there, but it didn't quite cover the whole thing, or it was hollow. So I said, well, I have no other choice but to take them a big ass clamp here, offset it, and turn it. So you can see I'm using a pipe wrench too to turn this clamp because it's tight, but it's coming out. You can see right there, there's a gap there. So alright, alrighty. God, you talking about a pain in the butt. This damn thing. I bought one of them cheap pickle forks there. Broke that son of a bitch right off, dude. Broke the handle right off it. But when I got on this top one, man, I was beating on it. Couldn't get it to come loose. Tried to clamp, everything. Well, I took that little pickle fork right there with no head on it, stuck it in between the ball joint and the spindle there, and bam, come right on out. So let me show you. Hold on, I'll try to get the light going here. I got a little trouble light. It's dark out. It's probably about 10:30 now. Let's see here. Like the lens on my camera's fogging up. One moment. Clean the lens off. Freaking humid out. There we go. Now, tell me that ain't a bad ball joint, eh? They're not supposed to do that. They're just supposed to dangle there and go up and down. So that one's pretty well pickled. And the bottom one ain't much better. It moves. It don't quite dangle, but it's real easy to spin around in there. I think this one had actually been replaced at one time because it had a retaining ring on it, which I don't think they come with the factory like that. That's definitely a factory one. Now comes the fun part, driving these MF and things out of here. That's going to be a pain in the butt. I may have to go to the auto parts store and rent one of those tools to get them out. I don't know, I'm going to try not to. Try to do it the redneck way. See what happens. Check that shit out, boys. Huh? Look at that. Red neck, buddy. Got a C-clamp pushing on the bottom of the ball joint there. And I was just trying to break the ball out so I could actually get the clamp directly on there. Well, in the process, it internally started pushing out the whole ball joint. So, who the hell needs all them fancy tools? Get her done. Alright, boys. Got the new one in. Check it out. Sweet. Nice and stiff. Needs grease. But slid right down in there. And not a problem. Nice. Nice new pretty ball joint. A grease joint on it. Nice clean rubber. New bolt. New nut. New cotter key. Yeah. I had to get the old one out on the bottom. Alright. Got the other babe out. Nice and loose. Very loose. Not quite as bad as the upper one, but still pretty loose. That one was easy to get out. Unlike this one, I had to press out, and I thought I had to do that down here. I started pressing on it, didn't do shit. All it is, I got the jack under here. I just took a hammer and beat it out, so get the new one, put it in, and we'll put her back together. Alright guys, I had to come in last night. It started raining on me, and it was getting late, and I was tired, and I need to charge the batteries on my camera soon, but I just wanted to show you something here. I thought at first this ball joint possibly wasn't the right one because it went right in real loose, and now that I don't know if you can see that or not, but I see it better right there. See the nut turns with the whole ball joint moves anyway. So I checked, made sure that it was the right one, and it is. So what I'm gonna have to do is put some weld around it. I hate to do that because if I ever have to replace it, then I gotta grind weld out and everything else, but it's the only option other than buying a whole new control arm, which is about $120. So I'm not spending $120 on something I don't need, or I don't think I need. If I need it, I'll have to do it, but anyway. We're gonna go ahead and weld that in. I got my little flux core MIG welder. I'm gonna weld it in, and the bottom one I still gotta try to press it in. This being a bug, it's not up all the way you can see, so I'm gonna try to do it with what I got, and if I can't, I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and go rent a ball joint remove press tool.